Alright guys, let me post this. What's everybody doing tonight? FOMO Trader here. Tonight is April 6th. Going to be going over a watch list for tomorrow for April 7th. So I just wanted to go ahead and post this to my Twitter. Give me just a second. Let me share this video. Over a watch list for tomorrow. What's up, Mosh? How you doing? Okay, there we go. So, tonight I want to look at IWM, SPY, and QQQ. I like where all three of these charts are sitting. We have great potential going both ways. So we're going to go ahead and check these three out, look at our possible upside play and our possible downside plays. Lots of room to the upside from the big gaps, sell-offs this morning, and lots of room to the downside. So we're going to start with IWM here. And we're going to draw our daily high and our daily low. So this was the daily high from 4/6/2022. I'm doing all right, man. Cut off the long beard that I had. It was driving me crazy. How'd you do in the market today? Take any trades besides that Rivian trade? That one turned out pretty good. I made a rookie mistake and accidentally bought the April 22nd expiration instead of the April 8th. So that play actually ran over 130%, I believe. I haven't stopped and looked at the numbers exactly, but I know mine ran up to 60% on the 22nd expiration, so the 8th expiration ran a whole lot more. Daily low. So now for the upside on this, we're going to plot from, I'm going to come back over here to the 5 to give a better example of drawing the Fibonacci. So for upside, we are going to plot from the low to the high. So it doesn't have to necessarily be connected directly to the low, and it doesn't need to be connected to the high. It just needs to be on the exact levels to get your levels correct. So the low here is 198.68. 198.68, and our high was 201.80. So now that we've got our levels right here, we're going to go ahead and set our alert up for IWM. So if we break over 201.80, and our fifth price target is almost at 204, 203.75, we'll call it. That's pretty good risk to reward here. So we're going to set up this alert. We're going to look for over 201.80. Let me pull up broker real quick. IWM calls, and if we count up 1, 2, 3, that's 202.99. So we go with the 203 calls. Expiration will be the 8th. Price targets here. The gap before we would close the gap, would basically takes us all the way to the third price target almost, which would be a hell of an area to take profit. So first price target would be 202.10, 202, what is that? 65, 203. That's 203. 203.35, and our fifth price target would be 203.75. Stop loss on this trade and risk to reward. So stop loss, like I said, I don't like risking. Normally on a trade I would use the Fibonacci below my entry, but that is a lot of room. So we're going to come about the halfway point, and we're going to set it for 201.35, and this is our stop loss. So we'll come back over here to our alert. So stop loss is 201.35, and our risk to reward on this trade, let me move this over here. Oops. Can you hear me all right, Mosh? I had somebody last night tell me they couldn't hear me very well. So entry above 201.80. Final price target 203.75. And our stop loss 201.35. Risk to reward on this is 4.33. So 4.3 times your money, which, in my opinion, is awesome. Anytime you can get a 1.5, a 1, a 2, anything above a 2 is just phenomenal. So we have a 4.33 if final price target is met. It's hit. So we're going to take this trade and I'm going to post it to Twitter. And we're going to post the YouTube link and a copy of this chart. So, like sharing all my ideas with everybody. It's a great risk to reward there. We're going to tweet that. Now we're going to look at the downside potential on IWM. So now we are going to plot in reverse order. We're going to plot from the high to the low, which is right here, but I'm just going to drag this all the way over here. Now our exact numbers, once again, is 198.68 and 201.80. We're lined up just right. So if we're downside play, we're going to look for a break under 198.68. So I'm going to call it 198.65. So IWM under 198.65. And if we count 1, 2, 3, we're at 197.50 on the put side. So when we have 197.50 puts, but if we break that far down, I'm going to go ahead and go with the 197s. I personally don't like going with the half numbers. I like going with the whole numbers. They have better liquidity. Price targets, we're simply going to use our fib levels, and we're going to round 198.35, 197.85, 197.50, 197.10, and our fifth and final price target will be 196.75. Stop loss on this, we're going to come in here to about our halfway point, and we're going to set our stop loss, and we're going to set it to a nice round number, 199.10. And risk to reward on this trade, we're going to go with a short position. We're going to enter the trade on a break of 198.65. Our final price target is 196.75, and our stop loss is 199.10. Over 4 on this one as well. So 4.2 times your money. So like I said, both directions on IWM, SPY, and QQQ, all of these we're probably looking at 4 or 5 times our money. So now I'm going to take this and post this to Twitter as well. Share my trade ideas with everybody. Hopefully somebody benefits out of this. So now I want to move to QQQ. So in QQQ as well, if we come over here to the daily, kind of have the same looking chart. So we have we had a big gap down this morning. So we have this huge gap here, and the gap goes from 356.80 area to 359.90. I mean, that's a pretty big gap. So potential move down in both directions. Then here we're sitting on what used to be resistance turned support, and if we break this level, we come down pretty far before we get to the next level of support. So we're going to plot our high. And we're going to plot our low. Then we're going to come back to the 5-minute chart here. And for our bullish outlook, we are going to draw from the low to the high. So I'm going to extend this way so we can see a little bit better. Actually, let me go here. So our low is 350.56. Let me make sure we're lined up good. 350.56, and our high is 356.78. So we're going to look for a break above 356.80. So above 356.80. And look at our options chain here for calls for the 8th. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3 up. We're at 359. So we're going to look at the 359 calls. Expiration April 8th, 22. Price targets, simply use our fib levels. 357.40, 358.50, 359.15, 359.90, and 360.60. Stop loss, we're going to come in here and we're going to find the sweet spot in between the middle here. So we're going to use and we're going to set this as 356 on the head. Stop loss 356, nice psychological number there. And our risk to reward, this is going to be a decent one. So risk to reward here on a long position. So we enter on a break above 356.80. Final price target being 360.60. And our stop loss being 356. 4.75. 4.75 times your money for a gap back up. And this is not even all the way back up. So we're going to take this, we're going to put this on Twitter as well. And we're going to take a nice screenshot of this. Share these ideas with the world. I know my content's boring, guys. It's not meant to be exciting. We're talking about candlesticks and price action and everything else. So I apologize about that. I apologize about my lack of enthusiasm and monotone voice. Hopefully, as I begin to stream more, I will get better and sound a little more excited. So for the downside, we are going to plot from the high to the low. Make sure our coordinates are right. 350.56 and 356.78. So we're going to look for a break below 350.50. So Qqq under 350.50, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3 price targets out. 1, 2, 3, 348. So we're going to look at the 348 puts. Expiration April 8th. Price targets 349.90. 348.90, 348.20, 347.50, and 346.70. Stop loss 351.25. And risk to reward. It's going to be a good one too. Going to be a phenomenal trade in either direction. So under 350.50 is our trigger. Final price target 346.70. And stop loss 351.25. Over 5 times. 5 times. 5 times your money. I mean, what more do you guys want? These trades are pretty much automated. So you take profit at the third price target and you're looking at a minimum of 25 to 30%. Post this on the tweet box. And we'll take a nice picture here. And then the last one I want to look at is SPY. I'm going to keep it short and simple tonight. Videos have been running about 45 minutes to an hour, and that's a little too long. Got to start getting some sleep. So SPY on the daily chart looks pretty much the same. We got a big gap down. The price action is below the 200 MA, which is not good in SPY world. So we're going to plot the high. And then we are going to plot the low. Then we're going to come back over here to the 5, and for the upside, we are going to draw the price action from the low to the high, and we're going to make sure our coordinates is right. 443.47, 443.47, and 443.93. So on SPY, we're going to look for a break above 448.95. So SPY over 448.95, and then we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 451 calls. And I'm almost positive that that is in the options chain. 451 calls. Expiration April 8th. Price targets would be 449.50. 450, 40, 451, 451.70, and our home run would be 452.30. Stop loss on this trade 448.25. And if we come over here and we plot our long position to look at our risk to reward. So we're going to enter on a trigger above 448.95. It's going to be our trigger entry above the daily high from today. Then our final price target is 452.30. And our stop loss was 448.25. 4.7 times your money. I mean, these three tickers alone, you're looking at over 4 times your money going to either direction. So as long as we don't chop tomorrow, we should see a decent move, and you should be able to yield some pretty good returns on these. So yeah, this is a rather simple strat, Mosh. I've tried a bunch of different strategies in my day. I like to pair the Fibonacci with the opening range breakout strategy. Starting a free Discord where it posts my Twitter post and my YouTube videos, and I'm going to basically make a bunch of new YouTube content with the strategies and how I use them and implement them. And right now the Discord is pretty much empty, and it's going to be a free Discord. Send alerts and plays and just a place to hang out and talk, basically. You got all these other paid ones out there, and I'm not looking to get paid to share some knowledge that I pretty much learned for free. Let me fix that. Full-time, I've been trading several years, about 4 or 5 years, but full-time I've been trading about, I'd say, I quit my job in July 15th of last year. So in July of this year, I will be trading for 1 year for a full-time day trader, 1 year. I do not have any other job. So we're going to post this one. And then we're going to take a screenshot here. Hold on 1 second and I'll get you the Discord link. What, the link on my profile is expired? Okay, there's the Discord link. I just posted it in the chat for you. So now we're going to look at SPY to the downside, and then I'm going to call it a night. So we're going to plot the fib from the high to the low. Like I said, it doesn't have to be connected to the candles. You just need to make sure that your coordinates are right for your daily high and your daily low. So 448.93 and 443.47. So for a downside play, we're going to look for a break below 442.90. SPY under 442.90. We're going to count 1, 2, 3 price targets, 441.39. I'm going to go with the 441 puts, expiration April 8th, 22. So 441. And price targets 442.90, 442. 441.40, 440.75, and 440.10. Stop loss, risk to reward. So our stop loss, we're going to come in here to our halfway point, and we're going to set it for 444.10. We're going to keep it at a nice psychological number. And risk to reward on this trade, enter on a break below 442.90. Final price target is 440.10, and our stop loss is 444.10. The trade is not that great to the downside, but we're still looking at over a 2.3 risk to reward. So let me post this one to Twitter and then I'll answer your question. Yeah, I made a mistake there. Let me delete that tweet. Well, I didn't even post it yet, but I'm glad you caught that. So our entry would be 443.45. There we go. 443.45. So let me make sure. 443.45. The 0 is 443.47, but we'll keep it at a psychological number and go with the 45. So, and then if we count 1, 2, 3, 441.39, so we'll look at the 441 puts. Good catch there, Mosh. So risk to reward on this is 5.15 if we get to the 61.8 extension. So great. Freaking great. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, like I said, I starting that free Discord, gonna send out some free alerts, make some videos on stuff about opening range breakout and Fibonacci's and how I use them, and we'll also make some videos on how to use them intraday. Also some trade examples of using the orb on 3-minute, 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute. And also looking at some swing trades, although I am not much of a swing trader, I just day trade intraday action in and out of contracts, get my money when I can, and get out. So thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I appreciate it. Hope you guys learned something. Hopefully some of these trades hit tomorrow. Yeah, so hope everybody was green today. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks. Good night.